everyone, it's Jules from Momma Bear Creates. Today I'm showing you a free pattern so you can make a handmade Christmas decoration for your tree. What makes this really special is using clothing that holds special memories for you. You could use your baby's first Christmas clothes, items from a loved one you want to keep close at Christmas, or pet blankets. I'll be using this little bodysuit to show you how easy it is to repurpose treasured items. Together we'll turn them into something you can enjoy year after year on your Christmas tree. So for this project you will need your pattern, which you can download below as I said, some fabric. I'm going to use this little bodysuit, and I'm going to use a red cotton for the back. The same amount of fusible interfacing. If you're sewing by hand, you're going to need a needle and some thread. If you haven't got all these things, I've put together a little kit that you'll need, including this rather nifty needle, which is self-threading. There's no more tinkering around trying to thread your needles. And you'll need some decorations for it. Well, just one for each one really, but you can add as many as you want. So these are some that I've made. This one was from another sleep suit with the same embroidery. This one's from a loved one's shirt. You can see I've used the pinking shears around the edge there. And I rather like the rustic look it gives with this twine and the little button. And I've made this one from a little Christmas dress as well. I've also used the pinking shears here. It's got a little star on the top. Okay, so you can really reflect your personality with these, or the personality of the person who you're remembering or honouring with this. So once you've collected all your things together, so I've cut the emblem out the front of the bodysuit. If you've had your baby clothes from Momma Bear Creates, it's a skin soft backing. Don't worry about that. That can stay on. That's not going to interfere with your star. So we're going to iron the interfacing on. Don't worry if they're not exactly the same. So as long as the template fits over it, it's fine. This will give the fabric a little bit of rigidity. So that will take away the stretch of the bodysuit. And it will also stop your fabric from fraying. So then you'll need to cut out your template. So once I've cut out my star pattern, I transferred it onto a piece of card and then cut the middle bit out. This is so I can know where to place my pattern. But if you're not using something with a pattern, then don't worry about that. I'm just using a normal biro for this, because this bit will be cut off. So we've got a nice generous edge. Okay, so I'm going to leave a gap here. I'll leave it at the top because that's where your decoration's going to go, so that will hide any sins. Okay, so we're going to layer the two pieces, making sure all the bits are in. And then we're going to go over to the machine, or if you're hand sewing, I recommend back stitch. Okay, so I've cut this roughly around the edge and put my clips around. So now we're ready to sew. So I usually leave a 1/4 of an inch gap, but this one's more like 1/2 an inch. So take your time, you need quite a close stitch setting. You can see the little holes there where I started to unstitch. Okay, so the sewing's all done now. Take the clips off. And we're going to stuff it. I've got some toy stuff in here. You don't need much. Okay, so we're going to tweeze the stuffing out and find the slit, and this is where your tweezers will come in handy because it's a small gap. It might take you a little while, but the reason we do it this way is if you cut it first, you tend to get a messy edge there. So if we stuff it and then cut it, it keeps the edge nice and neat. So I'm going to sew up that opening now. And I'm going to put the hanger and the bow on as well. Now, if you're using a button, you probably will be best to do that at the end. But if you're using a bow, it can go on now. And make sure you sew in below the point. I'm just holding the little knot back there, so then when it's stitched on, it'll cover back over the stitches. Right, so now all we need is to cut it out. You can use pinking shears, that gives a nice zigzaggy edge, or ordinary scissors, this will give a straight edge obviously. I'm going to use the pinking shears. So you cut in within the mark, so you don't get any pen showing. And there you have it, all finished and ready for your tree.